On the website this month, we have a plush poll. I made a little community post about it earlier in the month, but I'd figure I'd talk about it in more detail for fun. Just so you know, it ends in exactly a week from this video coming out on April 30th. The official merch is just a fun, casual thing to talk about, because I think everybody's kind of on the same page with these things. I figured I'd make a video about how I feel about their potential designs and their popularity in general. I don't have much stake in this particular contest as well. I mean, you guys know I like DOVEWING and all, and I'll probably get one if they ever made one, but I'd really rather her get a cute mini than one of the plushies. Their long bulldog faces just aren't for me. Seemingly, these were all chosen by the community earlier in the year. So I am not surprised to see anyone here except for LIONBLAZE, because I just blatantly know that LIONBLAZE is an unpopular character. MAPLESHADE is here because MAPLESHADE is popular. BLUESTAR is here because BLUESTAR is a first star cat that has actually been getting very little attention from the official Warrior Cat stuff for a very long time. BRISTLEFROST is surprising, but she's had a surge of popularity, especially after she, spoilers, died horribly. HOLLYLEAF has always been one of the most popular characters in the entire series. YELLOWFANG is a first star cat who doesn't have a plush yet. HAWKFROST, popular character. TALLSTAR, everyone loves TALLSTAR's Revenge. SANDSTORM, first star character who isn't represented yet. DOVEWING, I guess she's a little bit surprising, but I love her, so here she is. Feathertail had a very popular manga recently, and ASHFUR, again, always been popular. LIONBLAZE is the only one that sticks out as, I guess people like LIONBLAZE at least enough to get him on this poll. The top four have been really close for the entire run. At first, HOLLYLEAF was at the top for a long while, but MAPLESHADE and BLUESTAR were right behind her. Briss being up there is a bit more surprising and a bit more sudden, but it's a welcome surprise, and it's refreshing to see a character from a recent series getting so much fandom attention. I think I'm going to go through these one by one, talk about their popularity and their potential designs. MAPLESHADE, probably no matter what, is going to be in the final lineup of cats this time around. I think it'll be interesting to have a big plush of an evil character, and a tortoiseshell at that, because I don't think we've had a tortoiseshell plush yet. I kind of want to see how they'll handle it. I don't really have any preferences for how MAPLESHADE looks, but I do think the most iconic quote-unquote MAPLESHADE element is her white tail. It's how I tell a cat is MAPLESHADE immediately, even if someone goes with her ginger and white description. BLUESTAR is in second currently. If she gets in the top 3 at the end, she's going to be pretty hit or miss design-wise for me. They haven't showcased any cats being fluffy beyond their tails, so I can't really be upset with the fur length on the plush, but that really, really bad new BLUESTAR's Prophecy cover still haunts me for other reasons. I don't know if I want to dream for the BLUESTAR to be the blue of my childhood, or to go with the much funnier option and hope they give her the mascara she has on the new book cover. I guess it's a question of what's more optimal, a BLUESTAR that satisfies my nostalgia for the books, or a BLUESTAR that would make some really, really funny memes. Like I said before, I am just happy to see BRISTLEFROST here, and this high up. She's such a new character. What will they make her look like? What do the people who work on Warrior Cats think she looks like? The fandom very frequently makes her a calico, but I prefer thinking of different ways than simply changing the color of a cat to differentiate them from each other. I'm just really curious to see where it goes. HOLLYLEAF was bound to be here. While she stayed at the top of the list for a long while, it's surprising to see her dip below the top 3. I very frequently think of her as one of the most popular cats. I also think that appearance-wise, there's just no way to get her wrong. Black cat, maybe a fluffy tail, give her green eyes, probably darker green than Ravenpaws, and we're good. If they don't make HOLLYLEAF this set, they might as well make her next set, or at least make a HOLLYLEAF mini, because, I mean, her brother Jayfeather has 2 of them, and she's no LIONBLAZE. YELLOWFANG is 5th, and I don't really have strong opinions on YELLOWFANG. I can't even imagine seeing YELLOWFANG merch and going, that's wrong, you know? The image of this cat is just entirely universal. The difference between a fluffy or not fluffy YELLOWFANG doesn't matter in this case, and it's really just the only thing I can imagine being controversial. Additionally, because YELLOWFANG is a flat-faced cat, the plushie's weird, I have never seen a cat in my life long muzzle lines and overemphasis on whisker pads will work perfectly for her. Additionally, having a pretty accurate YELLOWFANG mini, we know she's probably going to turn out fine. Number 6 is HAWKFROST. He's one that could probably throw people off. In the books, he's described as being identical to BRAMBLESTAR, but with blue eyes and a white spot. It's a plot point that he looks similar to his brother. Him and BRAMBLECLAW are also both drawn as entirely short-haired cats in all of their official art, besides the website shapes. We as a fandom tend to throw that bit of information away, but regardless of how much I like or dislike any design choice, I'm really on the side of book accuracy overall when it comes to the merchandise. I'd rather him and every cat more resemble what's on the page than just what we're used to visually. After HAWKFROST is TALLSTAR. TALLSTAR I'd take any way at all, resembling a cow, an inverted cow, resembling that classic Wayne McLaughlin look. As long as he has enough white on him, I'm fine. I would hope they're willing to give the guy a longer tail, though. It would complete him. Just under him, we have SANDSTORM, who, it's easy to get attached to SANDSTORM at first, but she kind of fades into the back of your head once you read and learn about her daughters and HOLLYLEAF, who all feel like they kind of expand on her personality in different ways. I can see why she's basically in the middle of the list. We already have a SANDSTORM mini, and she's pretty perfect for a merch design. Assuming the plush doesn't end up being bright yellow for some reason, I can see her coming out nicely. Dovewing is fourth from the bottom, unsurprising. Dovewing's always been a character a lot of people don't care for, and even though I might like a character, it doesn't automatically make them popular. I don't have that much influence, guys. I'm actually not too picky here. I'm partial to Dovewing designs with a small white spot on the chest, or faint tabby markings, so extra detail wouldn't hurt her either. Blue eyes wouldn't be great, and would probably be pretty awkward overall, seeing as BRISTLEFROST, a blue-eyed gray cat, and BLUESTAR, a blue-eyed gray cat, and Cinderpelt, a blue-eyed gray cat, all either already have plushies or are in the running for one. Gold Eyes Dovewing would be funny. Imagine we get a Dovewing plush and it has golden eyes. Feathertail is third from the bottom. I'm sorry, Feathertail. You had a brief period of popularity after your really good manga, but you just can't compete with cats like HOLLYLEAF and MAPLESHADE. Her official art has been all over the place, and this is made even more confusing by the fact that we don't really know what Warrior Cats thinks a silver tabby is. Sure, in reality, this is what a silver tabby looks like, but Warrior Cat seems to generally use the word silver in a way that implies somewhere between pale gray and gray. But honestly, whatever they landed on for her appearance and stripes would be fine. Feathertail could look like this, and she could look like this, and she could look like this. No real opinion, because the books don't really seem like they have one either. She needs a fluffy tail, though, obviously. ASHFUR is second to last. How does it feel, stinky cat? I love this character. I also love that he's second to last. It's part of my enjoyment to see things like this, as the ASHFUR mini is probably one of the most unrecognizable toys we've gotten. I really don't care for the idea of him getting more merchandise that has the same design. Despite my fondness for the character, it really makes me dread seeing any more of it. A good ASHFUR would be short hair, and it would have much darker blue eyes than the mini. And I have no reason to believe we wouldn't get a plush that matches the bad figure. LIONBLAZE is last, and unfortunately this was just exactly what was always going to happen. LIONBLAZE may not be hated, but he's not a common favorite character by any means at all. The general consensus is really that he's boring. I blame Moment of the Stars for this. Power of 3 LIONBLAZE is more of a person overall. In Moment of the Stars chapters, he almost feels like a distraction. But anyways, LIONBLAZE. I guess the ideal for me would be that he's actually more in the golden color spectrum than the ginger or brown one. He's a lion, after all, but there's no way he has a chance. I'm so sorry, LIONBLAZE fans. Reply to this comment with why LIONBLAZE is your favorite cat. Anyways, that's just my vague opinions on how the plushies could go this time. I tried not to say anything that could influence the poll too much, but that was just a personal choice for this particular poll. Nobody can control how you choose to vote on these things. That said, if one comes up for the next fur bag charm, I'm going to campaign like you wouldn't believe. I love the surreally $10 fur bag charm. I love that it was so hard to sell that they packaged it with bundles as a special bonus. I love the idea that people put this on their bags. Respond to this comment if you have a gray stripe fur bag charm and what you've done with it.